about my own KDP journey. Not a long video, it's really just to explain that I have fallen foul of the KDP experts on YouTube. Now, I have learned a lot, and for that I am incredibly grateful, and it's helped me. It really has helped me. However, it started to become really frustrating. And then I decided to have a go at journals. Now, I've already published a handful of books, one novella and the others are non-fiction. And I did write a contemporary romance quite a while ago, and I actually had it under my name. And I did have a handful of reviews on it, but it wasn't going out. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't flying off the shelf, even though I love the story myself and the characters. So I decided to republish it under a pen name, and so I lost the reviews, and then it's done nothing. So it's been sitting there for ages, but I know the cover's wrong and the title's wrong. So one day when I've got some time, I'll probably get that out again and have another bash at it, just alter it a little. And thing is though, I think just having one contemporary romance amongst a bunch of spiritual type books, probably, it's not a good idea. So I've got to rethink all of that. But anyway, so I thought, right, okay, well, I'm doing okay. My sales are trickling out every day, I don't have to do much about that. They go out. I'm not about to retire by any stretch of the imagination. And I've got, a reasonable number of reviews on my books, but I thought, okay, I'll have a go at the journals because, for about the last 2 years, I've been seeing all of this low content, no content stuff. And so I thought, okay, I'll have a go. And I worked really hard on those 3 journals. I mean, I worked really hard. They may not look as if I worked really hard on them, but I did. And one of them in particular, which is in colour, and 2 of them include poetry, which is, my poetry. I've written it. And so, yeah. But you see, I've been listening to all the people, hadn't I, who are making thousands and thousands every month and showing their sales figures. But something started to happen. I started to think, well, I don't want to keep seeing your sales figures every month. I'm not, at first it was kind of interesting. And then it becomes very daunting, doesn't it? It's really daunting. And then you think to yourself, well, okay, are you running out of stuff to tell us? So what is the purpose of keep showing us your sales pages? And then I began to wonder if some of these sales pages were actually authentic, whether people were, I thought, I'm sure you can whip something up, online with all of these creative tools. So maybe they're not all truthful. There's one lady I've enjoyed listening to. I think she's called The Home Boss. Excuse me, my light goes out every now and then. Give me a sec. I don't know why it does that. It's something to do because I've got it clicked into my laptop. Anyway, here we go again. So yeah, so I kind of quite like her, but I don't know for sure whether, even her figures are completely and utterly accurate. I don't know. So anyway, I began to become a little bit doubtful. And so I uploaded my journals, and I can tell you, it was a hell of a journey. It wasn't a case of just upload them. There was always some problem. Honestly, there was one problem after another, after another, after another. And I wanted to get things right, so I would go back and redo stuff and redo stuff and redo stuff. And anyway, eventually, cut a long story short, I've got my 3 journals up. And the first one was really just, it was just to learn how to do it. I still quite like it. But the other 2, I put, even more effort into them, and they're not going anywhere. And I know they've only been up a handful of weeks, but there is no interest. I have added them, as I do with all my books, to 10 other categories through KDP. I have actually added some A+ content, but it's not professional. It's just stuff I've whipped up myself. And also, I watched a video, and I can't remember who the guy is, but he showed, the 7 boxes when you're uploading your books on KDP. you get 7 boxes for keywords. So how to use those boxes, really put a lot of stuff in them. So I did all of that, and still nothing. And I've sold 2 journals, both to one person who knows me, and I think she's being supportive of me. I don't think she bought the journals because she really, really wanted them. But I mean, they were genuine purchases. But one part of me was slightly disappointed because I was hoping it would be somebody who didn't know me. But I appreciate what she's done, you know, I do. Anyway, so I was getting to the point where I was beginning to think, you know what, this isn't great, because something else. When I was having trouble uploading them for various reasons, I actually spoke to KDP on the phone a couple of times, and they made 1 or 2 mistakes, and there was something I didn't understand and I had to amend. But they expressed how frustrated they are on both occasions when I spoke to them on the phone, how fed up they are with people mass uploading low content books. And they, you know, it was taking ages with my novella and with my non-fiction books. They were published pretty quickly, and any amendments were made quickly as well. However, with these low content books, as they're called, no, I think 10 days one took to actually publish from uploading it. And they explained that they're so inundated with low and no content books that it is taking forever to have them all checked out. And it's clogging up the system, basically. And I've got to admit, I did feel, this is stupid really, and I'm not judging anyone because some people have got amazing books out there, amazing journals, I know that. But I felt a little bit as if I was cheating, a little bit dirty for not writing a book. But you know, I got lured in. I got lured in with the promise of, you know, making nice money. And actually during the pandemic, you know, I lost a lot of my creative inclination. Life was really hard. I mean, it wasn't life itself that was hard, it was what was going on. And I'm one of those people who goes down the rabbit hole, and I definitely went down the rabbit hole throughout the pandemic and learned a lot of stuff that in some ways I wish I didn't know, but I'm kind of glad I do know. And that really sort of killed off any creative inclination. I've heard somebody else say the same thing as well. So the journals got me back into writing and publishing again. So I'm grateful to them for that. I enjoyed doing them. It was exciting, but it would have been a lot more exciting if I thought that, you know, somebody was actually going to want them. So anyway, they're up there, and it may be that come Christmas, that, you know, they might sell, people might see them as gifts, you know, good gift ideas. But anyway, whilst I was starting to have all these doubts, I came across a guy who I'm sure most of you or many of you will have heard of, Sleepy Pilgrim. And, you know, he's as dry as the bone, isn't he? he cuts no slack. There are no airs and graces, and that's great. That's absolutely fantastic. And he kind of verbalized a lot of what I was starting to suspect. So yeah, so I've watched quite a few of his videos, and yeah, you know, they make you laugh, but they also do bring you down to earth with a bump. So I'm not going to be publishing any more journals. I can't see any point. Oh, I did do a companion notebook. To my latest journal. But I mean, that's probably not going to do anything either, but never mind, I like them. So I'll order some copies, and I think what I'll do is maybe I will do a giveaway, I think, and then, you know, in return for an honest review, because you need honest reviews. I've got nice reviews on my books. I had a lovely review about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, a gorgeous review. But I get, you know, some nasty reviews as well. There was one lady who left it and she said, this book is so boring. It's the most boring book I've ever read. I couldn't get into it. I wish I could get my money back. And well, of course you can't get money back. You know, every month I have between 1 and 3 refunds on my sales. So she could get her money back. Anyway, so you know, when you can look up the reviewer, well, she'd only ever reviewed one thing, which was my book. And I've a suspicion that she was a disgruntled customer rather than a genuine reviewer. I could be wrong, but it's a little bit odd that she's not reviewed anything, you know, and there was no picture of her, and it was just the name Jane, so it could be anybody, couldn't it? But it's all good fun, isn't it? You've got to have some negative reviews, otherwise it looks really fishy. I can tell you, it looks really dodgy. So yeah, so look, I don't know. It is a shame that people are, you know, mass uploading low content and no content books. And a lot of them aren't selling. And some people are making a really good living. You know, I believe that's true. Maybe they've been doing it for a long time. Maybe they do a lot of marketing. Maybe they've got a really good following. It's going to be a combination of those things. I don't think many people just stick a book out there without any marketing, without any, you know, following at all, and it then suddenly fly off the shelf. I'm sure it happens, but not often. And so quality, I don't know. I have a feeling KDP are going to be, well, Amazon, would it be, who would be, or maybe KDP, would it be them who would be saying, no, enough now, we're going to start setting some limits? I think they're probably going to start doing that soon anyway. So check out Sleepy Pilgrim. If you yourself have been having similar doubts about the validity of a lot of the KDP advice that's out there. And I have a bit of a rule of thumb. If there's any writing or publishing advice or any KDP advice, where possible, I like to look at their work. Well, we all do, but not so much with this, but people who are giving writing and publishing advice, I go and look at the books that they've published on Amazon, because I want to see that that they've got some decent books out there. I want to see that they're clearly getting sales because they've got good reviews. And there's, you know, I've come across some who have got a lot fewer reviews than I've got on my books. Now, that might not mean anything, but are they qualified to teach others? I don't know. But you can always learn something, that is true. And I definitely have learned a huge amount through my little journal adventure, yeah. Anyway, so thank you. If you've stayed with me till the end and you haven't fallen asleep partway through, thank you very, very much. And good luck with your own KDP journey. Bye.